Excelsior. So I'm going to read DC Superstars number 12. So this was published in February of 1977. So DC Superstars Giant presents a new Superboy solo adventure, The Final Test. Superboy, The Adventures of Superman when he was a boy. He came to Smallville in a rocket from the doomed planet Krypton, and grew up on this, his adopted world, to become the mightiest man on Earth. But during the years in between, there was a time when his only words were, "Don't call me Superboy." Story, Cary Bates. Art, Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson. Colors, Carl Gafford. Your attention, please. We are now approaching Metropolis. Please observe the no smoking signs and fasten your seatbelts as we begin our descent. The year is 1976, and WGBS reporters Clark Kent and Jimmy Olsen are returning home from a European assignment on a Monday morning.
Hey, Clark, that little splotch down there is your old hometown.
They still haven't repaved Main Street. It was supposed to be done months ago.
Very funny. I suppose you can see well enough to count potholes from 25,000 feet up, right?
Excuse me, sir, but your seatbelt isn't fastened properly. There, that's better.
Thank you, miss.
Woo-wee, she's really prime. Wonder if she's free for dinner tonight. What do you think? Clark? Clark? What's the use? Sometimes talking to him is like trying to communicate with a 2x4.
But the mild-mannered newsman is already in a world of his own, scanning minute details of the town so far below. A simple trick for someone who has telescopic vision. Someone like Superman. Not one member of Smallville's population is aware of the invisible beams probing into their midst, focusing on a certain white frame house along a residential street, a house laden with uncounted memories for the Man of Steel, recollections of the most fabulous boyhood anyone ever lived. And now, one particular memory has begun to filter through the intricate inner recesses of Superman's mind. It all began on another Monday morning, in another decade, best known for Elvis, Eisenhower, Edsels, and Superboy.
Does Clark know it's time for breakfast? I don't know what's taking him so long. I already called him. He's had a full minute and a half to shower and get dressed. Listen to this, Martha. Police Chief Parker today has issued a bulletin to all Smallville citizens, urging anyone who believes they saw a flying saucer in our skies to report it at once.
About time, I say. After all the sightings we've been hearing about lately, it's high time someone took those things seriously.
We know most of those eyewitnesses, like Professor Lang, for instance.
Or Mildred next door. Neither of them is the type to tell tall tales.
So here's this funny little Wonder Woman ad. So Wonder Woman and cupcakes. The Maltese cupcake.
Wonder Woman, you must help me. You're the only one who can.
How, Mr. Astor?
Help me find the Maltese cupcake. That mysterious, fabled, legendary idol. I must have it. Because I must have it.
Enter Petula Laurie, sniveling, shadowy henchwoman, as if from nowhere.
Psst. Hey, strong lady, I can tell you where the elusive Maltese cupcake is. It's rumored to be in the hands of a shady man in the uh-oh district of town. Follow me. I'll take you there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Great Aphrodite. You're looking for the Maltese cupcake? My charming lady of grace and strength, you've just been tricked. Now meet my boss, the corrupt Cindy Bluestreet, better known as the Fat Lady. You'll love her wicked, snarling laugh. You were looking for a shady man. Instead you find a big lady who throws a big shadow. And now, you'll promise me to give up the search for the Maltese cupcake, or else...
But what's this on the shelf up high? It looks like half cupcake, half monster. Could it be the cursed idol?
But why such a fuss? What's so important about a stone cupcake? The Maltese cupcake idol is rumored to be the ancient forerunner of the modern cupcake. Great historic value for Astor, but I'm interested in what it's worth. Oops, another fallen idol. Great Hera, what a crummy idol. That's not the Maltese cupcake.
So what? My search has fortunately led me to the ultimate, a delicious hostess cupcake. Scrumptious, mouth-watering.
I love devil's food cake, and so moist. That priceless creamed and filling and chocolatey icing, worth of the attention of any serious collector with good taste. And now for my serious work, to find a jail big enough to hold the fat lady and her evil friends.
You get a big delight in every bite of Hostess cupcakes. And here's another ad. So there's a double explosion this month from DC. Justice League of America, number 129. Justice League goes giant size in an all-new monthly. And it's on sale November 1st, I guess, of 1977. And Superboy, the comic I'm reading now, on sale November 30th. Superboy returns in solo suspense. DC Superstars, number 12. And next month, wait until you see what happens in The Superman Family and the House of Mystery.
That's why I'm convinced there really is something strange in the sky around here.
You could be right.
Has Clark lost his appetite lately? He only ate 14 pancakes.
He's been like that all week, Jonathan.
Like what?
Mind you, I'm not positive, but I'd say our super son is showing all the signs of being in love.
It wasn't much of a walk from the Kent house to Smallville High, especially this particular morning.
I hope she's here, waiting for me like she said she'd be. I don't see her yet. Wait! Lana! Lana Lang! Clark! Look out! Behind you!
What is it, Lana? What's wrong? Look out! It's a real flying saucer! The thing's blasting our Superboy statue apart! Like, wow, man! Look at it take off! Smallville's being invaded! What happens now?
It attacked the Superboy statue, nothing else!
Then maybe the aliens are only after him.
Clark, what in the world happened to Clark?
Yes, Clark had dropped out of the picture, but only long enough to change clothes. For this is a job for Superboy. And the chase was on.
That saucer is moving fast. Really fast. Woo! No human being could survive an instantaneous right-angle turn at that speed. And that speed is way beyond even the fastest aircraft on Earth. I'm chasing something alien, that's for sure. An X-ray vision scan ought to provide some details on the pilot. Incredible! The hull is composed of a metal that repels my X-ray beams. But wait! My supervision does reveal millions of cosmic particles flowing into the spacecraft from all directions. Cosmic energy must be its power source. No matter how fast I fly, this thing is able to keep ahead of me. But not for long.
Up, 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 into the outer reaches of Earth's atmosphere, Superboy pursues his unearthly quarry. Until...
Like I figured, he's slowing down. And I know it's not by choice. I deliberately chase the saucer into the ozone layer, the part of the atmosphere that filters harmful cosmic rays before they can strike the Earth's surface. And now that my super speed spin is compressing a huge amount of ozone gas around the ship, its vital intake of cosmic particles has been cut off. My friend just ran out of gas, and a blast of super cold breath has encased him in a layer of frozen ozone to keep it that way. And now, since my X-ray vision can't penetrate this hull, I guess I'll have to. So here's another ad. So Volume 1, The Encyclopedia of Comic Book Heroes, by Michael L. Fleischer. Batman and Wonder Woman. The Batman one is accounts of more than 1,000 separate adventures. Nearly 11,000 entries, ranging from a few lines to more than 100 pages. 220 rare illustrations, culled directly from the comics. 416 pages, 380,000 words of text. The culmination of 7 years of research. All in a convenient A to Z format. And they're getting a steal at $16.95 hardcover. $8.95 paperback. So I guess that's American dollars. So accounts of more than 600 separate adventures. More than 500 entries ranging from a few lines to more than 50 pages. 150 rare illustrations culled directly from the comics. 288 pages, more than 200,000 words of text. The culmination of 7 years of research, all in a convenient A to Z format. And it's cheaper, so $14.95 hardcover and $7.95 paperback. I used to have a Batman encyclopedia. I think I mentioned this in a previous video a long time ago, but I used to have one from the 90s, and it talked about the Batman No Man's Land crossover at that time. I never had a Wonder Woman one. I don't think I've ever seen a Wonder Woman one. But if I can find it, yeah, if you guys want me to try to find these guidebooks, I can read them if you guys like to. If I can find them, but just let me know in the comments if you want me to read those ones or any of the comics advertised in the ads. I haven't done ads in a very long time. I'm just do something different. Just add more personality. So what to sink your teeth into when you're hungry and you're not a werewolf? Every now and then do you get this uncontrollable urge to bite into something that's really got some meat in it? Are you tired of sugar-sweet snacks that dissolve in your mouth, and crunchy snacks that you can hardly tell you ate, and all the other boring stuff you have to put up with every day? Well, take heart, and while you're at it, take Slim Jim along in your pocket. Slim Jim is a chewy, all-meat snack that comes in 5 very unboring flavors. Mild, spicy salami, bacon, and pizza. I think I've had Slim Jims before. I think it was like a there's another brand of them, though. But it was either the salami and spicy, I think it was. I never had a pizza one. That sounds pretty good. But you find it at the grocery store. Or at a lot of places where you've been getting those sissy snacks. You might want to carry a few extra ones, too. Then if you meet a werewolf, you can give him something to sink his teeth into instead of you. A little less than a meal, a little more than a snack. So here's some book and audio sets. This Spider-Man one comic I've already read. That's the first appearance of Man-Wolf. This Hulk one might be the first appearance of Abomination. I'm not sure, though. I'm probably wrong with that. But there's Captain America and Falcon, Fantastic Four, Planet of the Apes, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, Amazing Spider-Man, Star Trek, Passage to Moave, Star Trek, regular, Batman, Superman, just space. Batman again with Man-Bat, and the other one was Joker. He's fighting Joker. Conan the Barbarian and Space. Oh, it was 1999, so that was blackened out for some reason. But a world of excitement is yours with these action-packed book and record sets. Page after page of full-color excitement. And a 45 RPM record that makes the story come alive. Every word in these new comic books is on record. Follow along and see and hear the drama as it unfolds between your eyes. So finally we're back to the comic. So inside the stalled vehicle from the stars. Welcome aboard, Superboy. It has been a long time. Ugh, that blast even dazed me. There's no way the pilot could have survived. What if the pilot were just as invulnerable as you, Kal-El? After all, I am from Krypton too. You! What's my robot teacher doing back here again, after all these years? True. You were only 12 years old the first time I tested your mastery of your superpowers. But now you are on the edge of manhood. Readers who missed this vintage adventure the first time around will find the first appearance of the super teacher from Krypton elsewhere in this issue. So I've already read that. I think I read that about a week ago or so. The time has come for us to find out if you're ready for the added challenges and responsibilities that will go with being a Superman. So yeah, you can find the Super Teacher one in my Superboy playlist. Your flying saucer routine. Then that was the first test? I was testing your ability to improvise with superpowers. My space vehicle eluded both your X-ray vision and super speed. But you were resourceful enough to adapt a natural element for a weapon. So that's one test I've passed. But what comes next? How many more trials will you put me through? And what happens if... Huh? He's gone already. And I'm left with a lot of questions, but no answers. That night, the place to be was the high school gym, where the famous Del Montes were rock and rolling live and in person. And now we'll play a slow one for all you lovers out there.
Aren't they dreamy? Watch your hands! I hate this song.
I love you true and true.
I meant to ask you this morning, before the saucer scare, Lana.
I know, Clark. You wanted to know if I gave Misty your note. Well, I did.
Yes, I do.
But you're crazy if you think the most popular girl in school is going to take you seriously. Excuse me. But may I cut in? Misty!
My heart goes woo woo woo. I don't believe it. Has Misty lost her marbles? Why's she wasting her time with wishy-washy Clark? Kent is strictly Squaresville. Over you.
Just tune them out, Clark. After I read your note, I realized you're not like other guys. You're something special.
You really think so, Misty? May I interject myself here?
Huh? That voice! You! What are you doing?
Exposing your secret identity in front of your classmates, Kal-El.
Clark! You!
Client is Superboy!
Who would have guessed?
Is this your idea of another test? Call it what you will.
I love you, true.
But you had better defend yourself if you want to remain intact.
Yes, I do.
If it's a fight you want, teacher.
My heart goes woo.
Here it comes!
Over you.
Now I've got you. And before I'm through... Wait! Something's wrong. This couldn't be happening.
I love you, true.
What, Clark? What couldn't be happening?
Dancing with you, Misty. So close. Great Krypton. The whole encounter with the robot didn't really happen. It was all in my mind.
Yes, I do.
I was so wrapped up in the heat of that imaginary battle. I didn't notice at first that the band continued playing their love song uninterrupted. If that was a real fight, there's no way they'd have kept playing. A petty detail, Kal-El, but one you almost overlooked. Huh? Where's that voice coming from? It's a telepathic message from the teacher. Sometimes it can be extremely difficult to distinguish illusion from reality. With millions giving you their trust, you must know which is which. Moments later, after the Teen of Steel recovered from his hallucinogenic nightmare, You sure you don't mind leaving the dance with me, Misty? A lot of guys offered to take you home.
I think I made the right choice. What do you think?
Soon,
Even though it's been 2 weeks already since we arrived in Smallville, Mom and Dad haven't finished unpacking yet.
So I see. Will we be disturbing them?
Not likely, since they're both out of town today. Come on, I want to show you something.
What is it?
A magnified close-up of a line from the beautiful note you wrote me. You see, my favorite hobby is handwriting analysis, and after studying this sample very closely, it reveals the person who wrote it displays great self-confidence, a healthy aggressive ego, and incredible raw courage.
But next morning in the Kent kitchen,
Clark's bed is still made. I wish you wouldn't go out on all these all-night patrols.
a Superboy's work is never done, Martha. I'm sure he had more than enough to keep his hands full. In the days that followed, Clark and Misty spent long hours together.
Maybe the chick's eyes are so bad she can't see what a loser she's with.
She'll never know what she's missing with the kid here. Long and happy hours together. But a few afternoons later, Smallville citizens were stopping in their tracks, their mouths gaping in amazement. They look like gorillas!
Somebody should call the police.
Eggs don't look like that. There's something else.
Lying snakes.
They're gonna hurt somebody. Those hairy monsters are wrecking the town.
Somebody's got to stop them.
You got any suggestions, who? Superboy!
This brute's finding out just how painful throwing a punch and invulnerability can be. I've never seen creatures like these. These big ones must be over 8 feet tall, but I don't think they have destructive intentions. They're just frightened, and they think I mean to harm them. Actually, all I want to do is calm them down. I think we have an undiscovered species here. Scientists will want to study the creatures. A instant later, the Teen of Steel had put his indestructible, stretchable cape to good use.
Many thanks, Superboy. I'll send a fat check to your favorite charity for this.
Huh?
J.J. Farnham's the name. I own the largest traveling circus in the Midwest. 3 hairy giants are gonna be the star attractions of my sideshow.
They're yours?
My men trapped them in the woods outside Smallville this morning, but they broke out of my van when we were passing through town. But thanks to you, Superboy, the show will go on. They'll bring in millions.
Great stars! What have I done? Even if this is an unknown species, it doesn't deserve to be in a freak show.
For a long moment, Superboy wrestled with his conscience. And then,
here goes. If I can just exert enough super breath without anyone noticing.
whoosh! Oh my gosh! They're taking off! Those hairy devils were holding out on me. They can't fly! Whoosh!
Maybe so. You never know when you fool with the unknown.
After them, Superboy! Round them up again, and I'll double my charity check.
My stunt worked. Now to follow and make sure they have a safe landing.
And scant heartbeats later, after touching down deep in the forest, outside Smallville,
look at them go! They want nothing to do with human beings. Can you blame them, Kal-El? Teacher! I should have known you had something to do with this. There will be times when a hero with your powers must make godlike decisions over lesser humans, such as the decision you made today. Your judgment was correct. The human race is not yet ready to cope with this elusive species that has roamed North America for centuries. A species not destined to be classified for several more decades. Yes, readers, these creatures will later be collectively known as Bigfoot. But the next moment, Misty, what are you doing here?
I'm here to see you, sweetheart.
But what Superboy failed to see on the edge of the clearing, what he saw too late for even super speed to save the day. Misty!
Misty. She's dead. I am sorry, Kal-El. It was one of the smaller creatures. It probably never saw a human female before and panicked.
And then, without warning, Superboy was on his feet and screaming, "Murderer! Murderer!"
No, Kal-El! That is not the way! Don't, Kal-El!
It killed her! The only girl I ever loved!
I can't take a life. Not even for this. You have just passed the fourth and final test, Kal-El. I had to see if you could control your awesome powers, even in a moment of extreme rage and grief.
And for that, you allowed a helpless girl to die?
No one died. Her death was simulated by super scientific methods.
Misty! You're alive! But the resurrected girl of Superboy's dreams was strangely silent.
Something's wrong. Misty doesn't seem to recognize me. There never was a Misty. I selected this girl from among thousands, after I computed the requirements of your ideal physical type. I programmed her mind with all the personality traits you hoped for in a girl. It was impossible for you to avoid falling in love with her.
I was in love with the dream girl? That didn't exist?
I will return her now to her own town, so she can resume her own life. Needless to say, she'll remember nothing of you or Smallville.
I wish I could say the same.
I manipulated your emotions, Kal-El, but it was required. Now I can leave you forever, since you have proven you're a Superboy, worthy of...
Don't call me Superboy! After what I've been through, I'd have deserved to be called a man.
I'm sure you do, sir. Is there anything I can get for you?
What? Sorry. I daydream out loud sometimes.
You know, I notice you've been staring at me all through the flight, with the strangest expression, as if you know me.
Miss, would you believe me if I said you were the girl of my dreams? The end. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry that was kind of a weird comic. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. If you have any requests you want me to do, just let me know in the comments, and I'll tell you when I can do the request. And thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
All of those are traits you aren't supposed to have, Clark Kent.
Well, somebody's finally found a flaw in my double identity. Misty's caught me completely off guard. Gosh, Misty, this has me stumped.
I had a feeling it would. Stand in front of the screen. Maybe this next slide will help clear things up.
And as Clark obeys, he gapes at himself to see...
Great Krypton! She's projecting an image of my Superboy uniform.
Please, Clark, don't be alarmed. I would never betray your secret. The handwriting was only one of many clues I pieced together. But since no one in Smallville has an IQ of 220, nobody else will ever figure it out like I did.
220? That makes you some kind of a super genius.
I suppose, but so much for being intellectual.
Misty, you're a wonder.
Why's that? Just because I'm the only girl you ever met is as smart as Superboy?